Hello, this is Jerson, and this is my presentation of Martian chondrites, chondrules, and super cool carbonation meteorites. You decide. Please comment. I really appreciate your comments, and thank you very much for watching. This is a regular chondrite, lots of clay and nothing else. These are the ones that I believe are carbonations chondrites, and they have chondrules and they have all sorts of crystals in them. At first I thought this was a sedimentary rock, and as I look closely on there, you can see that it's not. You can actually see the chondrules and all the scoring on there. You can see the cracks and how it's just silicate, but it's got olivine traces all over it, almost like if it just cooled so fast when it entered the earth. You can see all the cosmic dust and just all the chondrules and silicates just everywhere. Um, it's not able to appreciate all the little metal flakes on there, but you can definitely see how all the scoring and how it cracked. And there's another piece right there. That's the one I used to think was just sedimentary rock, but it's not. And you can appreciate all the patterns it has on there. That's my favorite one right there. You can see those lines on there, and that big one, which all seem to be part of the same um, landing, I guess. They seem to look like Martian meteorites, and they're very interesting. They do have some magnetism, but very little, since most of it is silicates and other sorts of crystals on there. You see that one is the one. Okay, now we're gonna go to the chondrules. These are chondrites. I mean, they're mostly clay, but you see all those little like round bubbles on there, and that's just a regular chondrite. And then we go over to this little fellow, which I thought was neat. I don't know what it is. These have a lot of magnetism. This one I call the pufferfish. That one also has a bunch of crystals on there, which I thought were some sort of sediment or fossils, but they're just crystals and they go everywhere. Now, this meteorite right here, as you can see, that edge is always holding on to moisture. As you can see, my thumb, it just quickly grabs onto any moisture, and it'll dissipate that, but that corner, it's not shiny like that. I mean, it actually condenses water for some reason. It's got a lot of magnetism on there too. It could be a lot of iron and nickel, but that edge is not shiny or polished. This is another chondrite with a lot of chondrules on it, and you can see all the crystals and all sorts of formations on there. And supposedly, these come into the atmosphere, and they're actually formed because they're going so fast, and then all of a sudden they stop they lose their cosmic energy, and they super cool. and that's why they crystallize so fast. And before they hit Earth, they're like a brick, so they freeze before they actually hit Earth because they lose their cosmic energy. And you can see right there all the scoring and cracking, and they weren't polished or anything. I mean, just clean. And it has all sorts of crystals and whatnot. There might be, with the microscope, you might be able to see some fossils. This was not polished. That's how it was, and you see those lines. I think that's the angle it came in, and there's all the chondrules and the scoring everywhere on there, and it shows a pattern, like almost like how it flew, well, how it entered, and that's the tail. Sorry about the lighting and bad camera, but they're definitely very interesting. I thought they were volcanic, but they're not. I mean, you could tell by the way the chondrules are, and all those silicate formations, and there's also olivine silicate formations all over the place, and it's very interesting. Even on some of the chondrites, there's splatters of olivine beads, which are made of silicates, which is pretty much glass. But that's my favorite one right there, and it just looks like one of those Martian meteorites. And you can see how it's very shiny. It was not polished. That's how it was. You see the lines, those like brown lines, and you could see there was a lot of heat on there. These are the chondrules from the chondrites. These are mostly clay, and here are the olivine beads that I was telling you that are stuck to that chondrite. That's just nothing but clay, but then you can see the olivine beads right there, which are made of silicates. This one too, you could just see all the chondrules and all sorts of melted stuff, but you could see how it's just like super cooled. And there's again all that silicate, and you can't really appreciate all the flakes, but it's got all sorts of little flakes, metal flakes of, they're like aluminum color. There's some that are copper, some look like gold. And they're all over the place. They're just little flakes everywhere, and you could definitely see that there was a lot of heat on here, and it cooled pretty fast as well. And that's all that silicate just all over the place. And this is a rock that I thought that was a sedimentary rock, but as you can see closely, there's just also it's a bunch of silicates and olivine beads everywhere. It's not sand. It's actually glass. And let's see. Here we go. We have that nice little brown, like jaded rock, which I don't know what it is. And let's look at more of the surface of these meteorites. Well, believed to be meteorites. You guys will tell me. But the one that I was telling you, this one's has a lot of magnetism as well. I'm just gonna focus here so I can show you guys this is the pufferfish one. Again, it's got all these little holes everywhere, and you can see the silicon. I don't know if you can appreciate the matrix inside there of those crystals, how they were formed, but you can also see a pattern. You see how they got like little tails, like it was almost like spilling off the sides as it was coming in. And you know, this is a rare one. I've never seen one that's got all these like holes in it, and it also kind of shows a pattern of which way it came in, you know. Again, I'm trying to focus on the crystal formation, but it's a matrix in there that just keep repeating the same pattern as a meteorite would. And then again, those holes are everywhere, and you see how they're just like swirled off, like it was bubbling, and then all of a sudden it just super cooled. And very interesting. Now we're gonna keep looking at all these silicate formations and crystals inside of these holes. And you can see the scoring on there. And that formation of those crystals is pretty neat. Definitely looks like the patterns on the meteorites. So after this, we're gonna go back to this other chondrite. Again, there's all these. There's the scoring. There's all the crust on there. You can see the shell, and you can also see all the silicate and the olivines that formed on there, which are also pretty rare. I don't think they're volcanic. And this one's got all these little crystals everywhere, which I thought were fossils, but they're just crystals going all over the place. They have no pattern. And then there again, there's the olivine silicates and the chondrules everywhere. Sorry about the camera. I'm trying to focus on this next one, which I think it's carbonaceous chondrite with CHONDRITES. they seem to have just, they have different polarities. Like, not just north and south, but even more than that. And it's only on some. That one I like too. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's also it's got a lot of magnetism on there. And it also seems to have more than one pole. I mean, more than two poles. Excuse me. All of a sudden it repels it, and then it changes. But very, very magnetic. Well, attracted to the magnet. It could be iron. That one's the one that's got all the little crystals on there, which I thought were fossils, but looking at them closely, they're not. It's also very attracted to the magnet. Might be a lot of nickel or iron. And that small one also just seems to have the magnetism or attraction on one side only, as you can see. Other sides just don't do anything. But then that little one is just super strong. But then again, it only has its side. But very, very strong. Very attracted to it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment on it. Let me know, if I'm just playing with terrestrial rocks, or if there's something interesting here. Let me know. This rock is highly magnetic. I think this is a meteorite as well. But for some reason, there we go. They're just, see, there we go. So I would really appreciate your comments. Let me know. And thank you very much. And you guys have a wonderful day.